Hey guys, I'm back with this game here. I'm going to probably stream for like an hour and 20 minutes, then I'm going to go eat dinner, and then I'm going to come back and do some other stuff and maybe stream again. Who knows, we'll see. We'll see what my time permits me to do. So, I left off in the the goo world. Canine malfunction, huh? Okay, so I'm assuming I'm going after the dogs. Okay, well, humans aren't shooting at me anymore. Oh, but why do the humans hurt you all of a sudden? Like, come on, dude. Did I just eat that human? No, the dog did. And then I ate the dog. Fuck. I think what I might do after I complete all these goo levels is I might just start the game over on normal and see how that goes. Because, especially in that penguin world, I was getting extremely frustrated because the enemies do so much damage, and the things that you can eat barely, like, you have to eat like 30 things to make up for getting hit once, and they don't come by that often, so it was very frustrating. I'm gonna get like nothing, am I? Oh, I got 3 stars, okay, why? Mars attack. Why is it that I already got these achievements? Crumbs of what? I'm gonna go by and get all these, like, crumbs first. There. Where's that one? There's that. I gotta say, some of these levels, they are like way too close, and you have a very small field of view. Where the hell am I supposed to go? What am I allowed to eat? Because I'm not pointing it at, nothing's pointing at. What the hell? I could have sworn I went through there earlier. Oh, I saw something. Are you serious? I didn't even see those before. There we go. Oh, okay, now I can eat the capacitors. Now I can eat everything in the world. So, yeah, these streams are doing really well for, especially how my channel has been for the past few years, where I can hardly get views no matter what well, I shouldn't say no matter what I try to do, because it's not like I'm trying to do everything, but I could at least predict, you know, what kinds of views I'd get on certain videos. Now it's just like, I can still do that, but that's because it's like, oh, okay, like 2 views, that's nice. But given that this is a relatively new game, but also somewhat obscure, I say somewhat because it's not like Wonderland obscure, but it's where, you know, not as many bigger people are going to be paying attention to this one. So it gives me the opportunity to exploit that. for views that don't really mean anything because my channel became unpartnered about a year ago. Oh no, less than a year ago. It was about 8 months ago. God damn it, get away from me, you stupid dog. Oh, fucking hell, like, I'm so zoomed in. Like, this isn't like the, am I too small to... I'm not gonna be able to finish the level. I ran out of things to eat. Let's see, is it gonna stop me? Yeah, I completely ran out of stuff to eat. There's nothing left. It would help if I weren't so fucking zoomed in. Holy fuck. I mean, it's not bad now, but it's just like... the amount of zoom out you get seems to not be optimized all that well, because, like, when you start getting bigger, it's like your field of view... like... or no, your field of view is the same when you get bigger, but that's kind of the problem, is that your reaction time needs to be way faster and almost instantaneous. I mean, virtually instantaneous. You have to... and I have a really shit reaction time, so not good for me. I have very horrible coordination skills. I don't know how I managed to play piano at all. Are the dogs gonna come out? No, it zooms out one more time. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, well, I can't get hit anymore. Oh, like, see, look at that. Like, I have no idea where that dog... I had no clue where that dog was. I mean, now that they're both chasing me, I kind of know not to turn straight back around. I guess there's that. Oh, I can eat the fucking dogs now. I wasn't even that far away from doing it. I just got hit like one too many times, and that just started a chain reaction. Also, you need to clean up your room, Mr. Science Mans. Okay. Oh, I can eat whatever those green things are. I didn't see. It just pointed at a thing that was... it was a towel. Oh, compressed gas. I was gonna say, when can I eat the humans? Oh no, I'm eating the planter boxes. Oh yeah, just store compressed gas outside where weather conditions are possibly going to be at extreme levels because it's Mars. I need to eat that. For some reason, this is making me think of that movie where there's this guy and he goes on the moon and he finds like a clone of himself, and it takes him a while to realize that they're all just clones of one guy who was there. What the hell was that? But then every like fucking 3 years, I think, they have just clones of him all the time, and they wake up a new clone after like 3 years because the other clone starts to like deteriorate and die, and he has this like existential crisis because he realizes he's not even the real him, and then he goes back, and there have been multiple times where they've apparently gone back, found a way back to Earth, but then each time they just get told that they're crazy, and it's a really messed up movie, honestly. It was sad. I liked it. Thing that I find kind of weird is that it kind of reminds me of Interstellar, even though it's, they're about space, but for some reason just like the tone of the movie kind of reminds me of Interstellar. Which is weird because my stepdad showed me that Moon movie, but he hates Interstellar. I don't understand why he hates Interstellar. I like it. I mean, it's a long movie, but it's not boring or anything. It keeps me engaged. And I have fucking attention antenna issues. No, I was trying to say attention issues, so... Man, just think, in the 50s, people would just look down at me and go, "You're fucking 19, you can't sit still for 5 minutes. What the fuck is your problem? That's it, I'm giving up on you." But now it's like, I can't justify giving up on you, but fucking hell, why can't you sit still? That got really out of hand. But the level, like, what the hell? The level is just fucking easy now. But, like, that dog part was stupid. It wasn't, like, stupidly difficult. It was just, like, I didn't realize the situation I was in. Let me guess, nothing. Not even one? Wait, did that say more frickin' lasers? More frickin' lasers? Space snacks. Oh, come on, why do the dogs have to have lasers now? Now I don't even have to touch them for them to kill me. Oh, well now I can eat the dogs, so it's okay. I gotta say one thing I don't like is the balance between the level length is very, very unbalanced. Like, some levels are so long that if you die part of the way through them or you get stuck because you got hit too many times, which has only happened to me on that one level, but like, it almost makes me want to just stop playing because the level was so long, especially if I had died multiple times or gotten stuck or whatever. Or just because I keep getting hit, it makes the level take like 5 times longer when the level's already like 10 minutes. Yet some levels are, short and manageable. Like, this one isn't that long. I can just tell by how quickly my bar is filling up. And it's like, I feel like you know, it's okay to have some longer levels and some shorter levels, but I really feel like until the last level of the world, the levels should not be all that long. Oh, I can eat these now. Like, see, that was less than 2 minutes. Oh, hey, it's Lime King again. Every time I say your name, I end up, like, almost accidentally saying Lion King, or at least it sounds like I'm about to say that to myself. I'm assuming that was not supposed to be a somewhat Lion King sounding word, if that makes any sense. I'm assuming that was just an accident. I don't know, I'm kind of hopped up on caffeine right now. It feels so weird to be hopped up on caffeine because I used to drink so much coffee all the time that I didn't get hopped up on caffeine. Because I was used to just having it in my bloodstream all the time. No, it's just a name I came up with. Well, I mean, yeah. I just didn't know if it intentionally sounded like Lion King, or if that was because when I say it, at least, for some reason, I always feel like there's this chance that I'm accidentally gonna say Lion King or something stupid. Oh, I can eat the... What the fuck? Hey guys, look, I'm Ronald Reagan. I'm taking all the solar panels off the White House. Like, see, look how short that level was. I got barely even a star. I'm gonna do that again. I should be big enough to go eat those other things, right? Yeah. And someday I'll be able to eat those doors. I really, like... It's not as bad as it is in the first game, but I really don't like levels where you just kind of have to wait for things to spawn. And it, like, kind of just starts to feel like you're just moving around the little spawn area. Why did I go all the way around just to... Okay, am I gonna get gold? Probably not, because that took me just about as long as it... I didn't even get 1 star that time. What the hell? Why did that take... Why did that... Did that take me longer that time? Man, I gotta say, like, I really wish that I could keep my progress after turning down the difficulty, because, I mean, I said this, I think, during... No, I have said this to my friend when I was playing this, is like, I understand, like, when, you know, games don't let you do that because they don't want you to, like, get past a hard level just by turning down the difficulty and then, like, turning it back up or whatever, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want to have to start the game over again because it's a long-ish game. It's not like... I mean, Mega Man is a long game, I guess. It takes a fucking long time to beat that, but... It's like, no one likes starting a game over because of something... Like, if I'm starting a game over, again, I want to start it over because I want to start from the beginning and just play the game again. Am I even going to get, like... Why am I not getting any stars? What am I doing wrong on this level? Seriously, like, if you know what the hell I'm doing wrong, please tell me. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, now I'm big enough to eat stars. What is that transition? Okay, god damn it. These are like the original Tasty Planet levels. Why are there huge bats? But seriously, this is like an original Tasty Planet level. I should be good at this one. I guess I have found kind of an issue with your speed is that your normal speed is a little too slow for me. I mean, the, like, fast speed, like, it's too fast to use all the time, but I don't think it's, like, too fast because its purpose isn't necessarily for you to hold down the run button, as I'm gonna call it, for the whole game like I am. That's not the purpose. So the fact that it's hard to control while using it, god damn it, is not a big deal, but I think your normal speed is way too slow. It needs to be a little bit faster. I mean, all these, like, changes that I'm suggesting, I highly doubt that even... God damn it! Man, spawning is, like... Spawn rates are fucking worse in this than they are in the first game sometimes. On certain levels, they are awful. Like, I'm just roaming around waiting for something that's I'm big enough to actually eat. And it's like, I keep getting hit by shit. And, you know, that is my fault. Like, the bats, I mean, I think they give you enough, like, your field of view, I think, is big enough on this level for this kind of thing, but seeing as how, you know, when I'm actually taking it, you know, slow or at a more steady pace, I can actually avoid them. I really wish it would say, like, the type of star. That'd be cool. Oh, fuck. Okay, I need to tilt my screen down because there's some glare. There, that's a little bit better. Can I just eat any of the small red stars at this point? Nope, that was not a small red star. Ooh, I can eat the orange ones. Or some of them. So, you know, I do find it interesting that they prioritize going after me if the only things in the vicinity are objects smaller than me. I do find that interesting. Ah. Give me something. Oh yeah, strangely enough, I also got a few new subscribers, you know, directly after streaming these. I mean, I've been picking up subscribers, you know, a little bit more frequently than normal, which again is not saying much because you have people that are getting just like thousands and thousands a day. But I mean, it's like every few days it seems like I get a new subscriber, which is I've not gotten subscribers at that rate for a very long. It has been a very long time since. Those aren't bats. I'm a fucking idiot. Those are manta rays. The level's called Space Rays. Come on, Space Rays. Can I eat all of them now? It looks like it. I've been calling these bats. I feel so stupid. Like, see, I don't understand. That level I felt like I did really badly on. Yet I got 3 stars, but that other one, like this one, I keep getting no stars. I only got the 1 star. I didn't mean to do that. Forever Feast. I'm assuming this one's gonna be like the ultimate level. Like, it's gonna be... No, because they would probably save that for the bonus stages. I would assume, though, that this level would be like the be-all, end-all of Tasty Planet levels, where you know, you start smaller than you've ever started, and then you go to eating the... I don't know how much bigger they can make you beyond literally just eating the entire concept of existence, because they already did that in the previous 2 games. Well, no, in the first game they do that. Then in the second game, they have you eating the turtles of time. Yeah, so one problem I already have with this game is, like I said, the long levels. Like, some of these levels, like, they're longer than the endurance levels in... Like, they're taking me longer than the endurance levels in the first Tasty Planet. Which, if there's a lot of stuff to do, that's fine. But there are, like, levels where I'm just having such a hard time growing because there's so much shit that keeps hitting me. And it's like, this level doesn't have that much to it. Like, it's taking me longer than the endurance levels. And the endurance levels, you are literally supposed to be growing really slowly. And that's the whole point. Is that the levels require you to last a long time without taking a hit. Like, those are not even part of the main game, but some of the levels in this game are like those, but honestly worse. And I think that is a big issue. The difficulty balance is not very good. I'm playing it on the hard difficulty, yeah, but it's like... I think I get to say that I am good at the Tasty Planet games. Like, I am pretty good at these games. Considering I once held the record for the first and second games on any percent. I don't anymore because this German guy took both of my records and just blew mine out of the water. His record time beat the previous record for the first game, which was mine. He beat it by 16 minutes. Then my next attempt on the first game after that, I beat my own record by like 6 minutes, so his best is only 10 better than my personal best, but that's still a lot. Though it appears that he gets a lot better practice than I did, because on his, I watched some of his record run, where he did it right after getting a record in a run that he just finished. So he's doing, like, multiple runs back to back, and I never did that. I would always do, like, I'd practice for a little while throughout the day, and then if I felt confident enough to try to go for a full run, I would do it. And I would only do one. So, I mean, he just practices more than I do. He definitely gives himself much more practice to be able to be better at the game than I do, so... Though there are some aspects that I'm surprised he was able to, like, overcome. Like, sometimes the RNG in that game really slows things down. Like, the orbit levels, no matter how much I practice them, it seems like I still can't get better times on individual levels. Because it depends on, like, the asteroid spawning, and they just take so long sometimes before you get stuff that... Like, you'll just get dry spells where there just won't be any. So, I find the coloration of the molecules and protons and neutrons really strange. Like, I'm used to seeing protons as being red and neutrons being white. But here, the protons are blue and the neutrons are red. It's weird because, like, when it comes to like physics, I'm used to like negative charges being red and positive charges being blue. That's just how they are. Like that's how they're represented. Oh, but Lime King, I kept forgetting to say this, like, cause I kept getting off track, but the controller I'm using works on like mobile devices that support Bluetooth. So, like, you could get this controller and then use it on both PC and, like, mobile versions of the game. And I would recommend that. I mean, controllers are expensive, so obviously that's an issue. I'm just saying, like, whenever that becomes a viable option, I would definitely recommend it. Especially if you play on the mobile versions more often, because the only other control method seems to be pretty shit. I've never been able to, like, play a game where I have to use, like, the virtual controls like that. Like, I tried to play Earthbound on my iPod Touch years ago, and I just couldn't get used to the controls. I had to have something tactile. I mean, for games that, like, you're swiping and stuff, like Swipe Brick Breaker or, like, Angry Birds or something, like, it works fine for those. Like, the lack of tactile response isn't an issue, just because of the way the game works. But, like, for a game like this, where you have more involved controls, I guess I'll say, it is more of an issue, where I definitely would not be able to play a game like that. I've also tried to play the mobile version of Platypus. I can't do that either. Platypus would be kind of a cool game to speedrun, but the problem with that is the whole game's basically an auto-scroller, which isn't a problem or anything. Like, the game is still good despite that. It's just the only place where you can be fast or slow are, like, the boss levels. Because those are the only things where they're auto-scrollers, but you can kill the boss, like, however quickly you can. Like, you just, the auto-scroll part is just you keep scrolling until you defeat the boss. But, like, in normal levels, you don't beat the level faster by shooting enemies more quickly. It's like you go through basically a set distance in the level. I'd also like to speedrun, like, Chicken Invaders, but again, that's not a game where you can really... It's not as speedrun-esque. I mean, it's more so because there are a lot more stages where it's like, once you shoot all the things, then you're done. I mean, there are still some auto-scroll sections, but they're not... It's not like the whole game is like that. Another game like that, like Platypus, is Clash and Slash, where the game is basically an auto-scroller, and the only levels where you can change how quickly you beat it are, like, the boss levels. Ah, goddamn. Yeah, I don't like... Okay, fucking hell. I keep having to inch closer to these guys because the arrow won't fucking point at them when I can eat that. Like, god damn it, are you fucking kidding me? I'm gonna go slow. I'm going way too fast, that's my fault. Like, see, that arrow didn't even point at that one, and yet when I ran into it, I did eat it. That's been a problem in all three games, honestly. Where it's more dire in these two games than it is the second one, or in the first and this one than it is in the second one, but like, the main levels of the second game are just easy in general, for the most part. It's very hard to get stuck in that game unless you're doing the bonus levels. 'Cause the bonus levels, now, those are hard. so I've already been playing this level for friggin' 10 minutes, and I'm barely anywhere, so I'm assuming, yeah, and I'm pretty far from this level, so this is gonna be like the ultimate Tasty Planet level, right? I gotta say, the bonus levels in the second game, though, they're some of my favorite levels, like, or at least my favorite ideas, like, levels where there are multiple gray goo guys, and you're, like, trying to be the fastest one, and you're trying to get rid of all the other ones, and you don't want them to eat you. I mean, some of the bonus levels just don't work. Like I mentioned last stream, that hoverboard level where you've got to push the hoverboard through this, like, through these passageways where lasers are being shot at you. It doesn't work because the hoverboard rotates and you can't keep it from rotating very easily. It's just physics. Like, I say that a lot, but, like, that's a simple thing. Like, rotating around a pivot, like, you can't just have a pivot point and have a force. Like, you have to apply a force right at the middle of the thing to keep it from rotating. And that's very hard to do because you're moving very quickly in that level. Because you're small. Ow. Okay, so these guys don't hurt me. Okay, I forgot. Well, I mean, these guys aren't hurting me unless I hit their, like, spike thing. What is this Martian dust? Okay. I keep wanting to think that these are, like, meat chunks for some reason, even though no such meat chunk would possibly exist that are smaller than these single cells. Because at that point, then it would just be, like, a singular muscle cell, and that... And even then, muscle cells are larger than this. I think. Okay, but this is a little bit... Oh, yeah. I don't like this part, because it was... Wasn't this, like, part of the first level of this world? Like, wasn't this... part of that? Ow, come on. I gotta say, it seems like to get the time bonuses in this game, though, they do require you to basically hold the run button down almost. Well, I don't know. It's probably more of an optimization issue. Like, knowing when you need to, because sometimes I cost myself more time by holding the run button, either because I run into something, or because I end up, like, circling around one thing that I'm trying to eat, when going slow would have just ensured that I ate it instantly. So I was in the third level. Oh, okay. I couldn't remember. Oh, yeah, no, the first level you just ate the water, and then that was the end, right? What? Yeah, I think so. Oh no, only 40 minutes left before I need to go, and I don't need to go in 40 minutes, but if I want to eat dinner at a decent time, I do. Ow. Ah. Oh, I can eat these. What are these rotifers? Oh yeah. Get out of here, tardigrades. I do appreciate the variety of objects in this game. Like, in the first game, the, like, variety of objects was okay, but for some reason in the second game, the variety of things, especially, like, the microscopic things that you were eating was awful. Like, there would be, like, 2 types of bacteria in the whole game, when even in the first game there were at least more than that in terms of, like, types of microbial life. I don't know. Like, in terms of the world, like, the themes of each, like, world in this game, they're a lot closer to the first game, and I like that more. Because I just kind of liked, I don't know, it just felt like the variety in the second game wasn't that great. I mean, again, with the bonus levels, it was a lot better. But the problem with that is that, did that take 900 fucking damage from me? I couldn't read that. I saw a 9, and it was in front. Maybe it was only like 100. It might have only been like 100. Or like 90 something. Because I was really close to being able to eat these guys at the time. Can I just kind of go around and eat the tardigrades without worrying? I like how when my friend last night was like, who calls them water bears? Like, now I'm calling them tardigrades because I'm just afraid someone's going to incorrectly try to correct me. And I don't know why I care, because they are water bears. Like, that is their colloquial name. Though, I would assume, like, tardigrade, like, that's also somewhat colloquial, right? Because they don't, it's not binomial nomenclature. Like, it's not the extremely scientific name, it's just the slightly more scientific name than the water bear. I don't know why they're called water bears, because they're tough and they live in water. I'm surprised, like, running headfirst into the capacitors don't, like, running right into the little wire bits, leads of the capacitor don't hurt you. Okay, and then next time I grow, dogs are going to be coming after me, I think, right? There should be a dog right there, yeah. So I'm gonna try to... Oh my god, it's been 20 minutes. Am I going slow on this level, or is this like a normal pace? Because I'm afraid that I'm going just really, really slowly. And... then again, like... I am going to, like, go back and start the normal mode and just see if that's a little bit more reasonable to get, like, more stars. Because there's no way I'm going to be able to 100% this game on Deadly, or even on hard mode, I'm not going to be able to do that. It's way too hard for me to get all the stars. Like, hell. That's one thing, though, is, like, it's not difficult. Like, I always consider Wonderland Secret Worlds to be the most difficult game by far that I have beaten 100%. And I still stand to that. But the problem is it's, like, it's really difficult, but it's difficult in a more reasonable way. Like, I mean, yeah, it's, you know, on one hand, there's the figuring the puzzles out, but then on the other hand, it's not just a game where once you figure out the puzzle, you're set. There's also the execution of the actual, like, plan to beat the level, if that makes sense. So it has both of those. It's just, I feel like, you can make a game as hard as you want, but the problem is, like, there's a point where it just becomes too ridiculous. Where it's not, like, fair challenging. And that's where I would place, like, the hard and deadly difficulties in the case of trying to get through the game, like, 100%, unlocking everything. It just seems too difficult. Which is weird because, like, I think the first game, I want to say, probably had, like, perfect difficulty. I felt like it wasn't too hard, it wasn't too easy. Maybe a little bit too easy, but I'm not going to say that because, again, I speedrun the game, so... And even then, there are some levels that, like, I'll practice a ton and I'll still have challenge with them. I mean, sometimes the difficulty, like, is kind of artificial, but not, like... But it was the first game, so I kind of let it slide. But with it, when it comes to this game, just, like, giving you a really small field of view and then shoving enemies everywhere that take so much damage that it's hard to come back from it. Like, they should have known that that was, like, ridiculously, like, that was too much. Because, like, there are times where, you know, I guess in the second game, your field of view is extremely small, but that's, like, you typically don't have to worry about enemies coming after you in that case. And usually, like, once you get to that size, you know right away you're gonna go back to be, like, it's gonna zoom out. But in this game, sometimes it feels like, okay, it should zoom out now, because I'm getting way too big for the screen, and then it doesn't do it. Okay, so this level is looking like it's gonna be twice as long as the last level in the first game. I mean, again, you start off way smaller. But I also feel like just each individual section just kind of takes artificially longer because they don't give you as many things that you can eat at first. Like, now, yeah, I can eat a ton of stuff. Because, well, when it comes to, like, there are two types of, like, main levels in Tasty Planet. I like where you have a ton of fixed objects, and ones where you don't have many fixed objects at all, and it all relies on the spawning of the objects off screen that then move into your, like, game field, I guess. And I'm talking about, like, dynamic object levels, where you're relying on objects that need to spawn and then enter your field of, not field of view, but, like, your game field, I guess I'll just keep calling it that, to eat. And it seems like in a lot of the levels in this game where it does that, it seems like the things that you can eat either aren't worth enough points after a while, or they don't come often enough. Did I just eat a crater? How does that... How do you eat a crater? Or a hill? But yeah, I don't know. I'm glad, though, that I don't seem to be the only person that feels that this game is a little too difficult. Granted, I don't know I know the mobile version only has one difficulty setting, but I don't know which difficulty that corresponds to. I mean, I would assume that it corresponds to, like, hard, considering they seem to want to make you pay to do better. It feels like hard. So things can't just kill you right out, but you still get hurt disproportionately, like, you take disproportionately high amounts of damage for how much things actually give you. Because like I pointed out earlier, like, on some of those owl levels in the Penguin world, like, getting hit by one thing, that's like 30 owls that I'd have to eat just to make up for it. And not even that many owls would come through. So, like, that's not the kind of difficult, like, that's just stupid difficult, because, like, you make mistakes, and I think making it where if you make a mistake, then you basically may have to just restart the level is kind of stupid, or the level takes, like, twice as long because you made one mistake. I don't like that, and that's what a lot of the harder levels in this game feel like. Oh, I'm near the polar cap. But yeah. I don't know, I know I keep saying this game is too hard, and that sounds like a little bitch complaint, but really, like, come on. This is coming from a speedrunner of Tasty Planet, so you know I'm just right. I'm joking about that. But still, I like how Mars just kind of doesn't have moons. I mean, I know Mars's moons are small, but still, they should be there. Okay, I kind of like this a little bit better, where... Are you serious? One? Can I eat these outer planets? Oh, no Pluto, huh? God damn it. Okay, Pluto's not a planet, but it's still fucking there. Come on. Okay, the fact that these stars are moving so quickly kind of scares me. But yeah, like, here's one example of, like, a stage where, in the first Tasty Planet, where it's easy to accidentally, like, undo a ton of your progress, are the levels where, like, you have the street, or a couple streets, and you have the road. That's not what I meant to say. I meant to say, where you have, like, Mounties and police cars going after you. Like, it's easy to lose a lot of progress, but it's also typically your fault if you don't watch out for everything. Because it's presented in a more reasonable manner. While this game, there are times where, like, okay, here, if I run into a star that I'm too small to eat, that's my fault. It's fine here, but there are, like, especially in the Penguin levels, like, it's not. Like, the motorbikes go by way too quickly, and your field of view is like this. What I have right now. Difference, though, is, like, the field of view being small now is fine because I'm actually, like, big enough to eat everything. Now I'm not, but my field of view is more, like, they really, like, they did this space section so well. Like, this is how it should be. It should be possible to avoid getting hit. Because the problem is like, when I say too hard, I mean, I think it's near impossible to, like, get good at some of these levels unless you just get really lucky. I don't think some of these levels are possible, like, some of the levels previous that I, like, that are in the Penguin world, I don't think it's possible to consistently just be able to be really good at those levels. I don't think it is. Too hard. Okay, so I'm already not liking the fact that they're only using, like, the nebula from the second game. Like, they used the asteroid sprites from the remake of the remastered graphics of the first game. Why couldn't they just, like, reuse nebula from that, too? It would have looked a lot nicer to have more than the purple and the green nebula flying around. I mean, I guess having the game being as difficult as it is wouldn't be a problem if the point of the game were just to get through it, and there weren't, like, you didn't have to do the level super duper perfectly to get the stars to unlock, like, the rest of the game. Because, like, the reason, like, Mario Bros. 3 has some levels that I feel like in World, I think, 6... 5 and 6, for some reason, those worlds, like, the levels get to where I have to use multiple continues for, like, every single level in that world, in those two worlds, for some reason. The reason, though, that it kind of works there is, like, you just have to get through the level, and then you're fine. But here, that's not the case. Because, like, getting extra points doesn't really do anything in Mario. It's just like, oh, I got more points. But in this game, like, the points are crucial to your progression in the game. And that's why having the levels be as difficult as they are, in the sense that they are, doesn't work. If that makes sense. Oh no, it's 5:40. Oh, holy shit, I've been on this level for a whole half hour. Seriously, does this level take this long? Is this, or am I way behind and I'm supposed to be done by now? Like, am I on the track? Am I on track to getting, you know, at least 2 stars? Not that it matters. Oh, okay, now they're... Wait, I don't remember. Did they use those in the second game, or... Oh, ow, elliptical galaxies hurt. Okay, got it. It's a very long level. Oh, I mean, I see that. Again, I've got to say, like, there are some things that Tasty Planet does so much better. The first one. Like, and even Tasty Planet 2, but I'll get into that. Like, Tasty Planet 1, like, there are levels where, like, you can die instantly, but the longest level in the game is, like, 7 minutes. Tops. While, or maybe it's, like, 8 minutes, I don't remember. It's not more than that. But, and, you know, there, yeah, you know, dying at the end is annoying, but still, it's a lot more reasonable. Like, if I were playing this on hard, I could get this far into the game, and I could run into that thing like I just did, and I'd have to, that's a half hour lost. I'd have to basically go without getting hit, probably. Problem is, I don't know what would kill me instantly and what would just damage me. I would assume that these would kill me instantly, because in the first game, hitting, like, these celestial things without being big enough to eat them kills you. What? Oh. There was a thing off screen that I couldn't see. Is it gonna zoom out soon? Because it's starting to get to where I don't have enough time to react to stuff. Okay, there we go. Oh man, this is worse than the Milky Way in the fucking second game. Because they added more tiny little branches. It doesn't make sense. Like, gas isn't like a solid object, so it doesn't make sense for there to be like smaller gas. Like, I should just go through it and I collect it. Ah. Am I even going to be able to finish this before 6 o'clock? I want to go eat dinner, and I don't want to have to wait till like 8. God, I can't believe... I seriously, like... I don't know what the hell is up with my sleep schedule, but like... I wake up at relatively normal times during the... Oh no, they're only using the 2 galaxies that they had in the second game. Oh man. But yeah, like for some reason, I wake up, you know, at relatively normal times during the week, yet on the weekend, when I don't have my alarm, I just wake up at like fucking 1 or 2 p.m. I don't know why. I don't know what the hell is going on. I mean, no, I don't wake up at the same time every morning. I kind of just wake up with just enough time for me to get ready and get to my class. So the time I wake up changes, but it only usually changes by an hour, maybe. My fucking god. They really do that. Did they really? Did they really make these giant... Did they really do the giant spaghetti monster thing? Also, fucking... Did this level really need to be 40 minutes long? I mean, hell. Like, this is like twice the length of the last level in the second game. And the last level of the second game had more stuff in it than what this appears to have, because... Or am I gonna end up eating the whole universe, or am I just gonna stop with these guys? Yeah, I'm gonna stop with these guys, right? No, I'm not. What is that? I'm eating just universe. Oh, I see what they're doing now. Now these aren't quarks and no more. Okay, well, seriously though, I don't think this level needed to be 40 minutes long. It really didn't need to be. Yeah, especially... I mean, on normal mode, maybe a 40-minute level wouldn't be that bad, but... Yeah, I don't know. It's like, 40-minute levels in games exist, and they also exist in good games, and they can also be done well, but... Grey Goo World complete, I did it. Oh, come on, 1 star! I've barely unlocked anything. Okay, I've got 10 minutes, so I'm going to... Not display, go to control. Not fucking control, Jesus Christ. Hey, how about I read difficulty? Wait, what does this do? I'll just play like a level or two and just see how that starts. Why can't I like go through the comics? Then again, the problem is like even on super hard, the first world, like it's not hard to begin with in the first world. So it's kind of hard to tell just by playing the first world if this is harder or not. I didn't see how much damage that did, but... Yeah, I think for optimal speedruns, playing this game on very easy would probably be necessary. Because I can't see a full speedrun of the entire game in hard mode, in difficult, like, in the more difficult settings. I could only see that maybe being for ILs. Get back here. How did I not eat that guy? There are people eating here? Why would people come in and see, like, all this shit on the floor and be like, oh yeah, I'll eat here. This looks okay. I wouldn't. Hell. Did I eat one person and then it made a female and a male scream? Ow. Yeah, come on. I think after this level I'm gonna stop streaming. Oh, I didn't expect to be done that quickly. Well, next time I come back, if you guys want to see me just play through the game again, but through normal mode or something, just see if I can actually, like, unlock shit this time, that might be cool. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I got stuff I gotta do.